So I'm very honored to be here at the Israeli Society of Plastic Surgeons to give a lecture on breast implant, texturing, surfacing, and nanotechnology.
How does the nanotechnology goes with the implants?
We all know that some breast implants can become hard, and the surface of the implant can be smooth, can have very small texturing, a nanotechnology, very small bumps, 10 microns or less. It can have larger bumps, it can have a polyurethane coating, it can have really large up and down texturing. And it seems like the newer texturing surfaces with smaller texture, smaller surface, does a little bit better with capsular contracture.
So, in the past few decades, the implants have changed dramatically. And nowadays, women want their breasts to look very natural. Does that give the natural look?
This issue of natural look is really important and has been evolving over the last 10 or 20 years. The smaller textured surface appears to give you less chance of hardening. And when you have less chance of hardening, you have more natural movement. So what is natural? Natural would be the right size for the body. It would be motion, so that when you move from one side to the next, that the breast would move naturally, not just like a ball onto the chest. And also that when you're upright, it would have a certain shape, and when you're lying down, it would have a different shape, not just one ball, the same shape for every position of your body.
Like we used to know in the past decades.
Yes.
We also saw today that there's a new technology with a chip inserted in the implants for safety. Are you familiar with that?
The idea of biosensors is something that has been coming for a long, long time. If you look at my watch, it's a biosensor. It will tell you how many steps I walked today. It's a very simple one. The newer implants have small chips put inside of them so that you can sense them transcutaneously and figure out just what implant was put in. Do you know how many times I've had a patient and I say to them, "What kind of implant do you have?" "I don't know." "What size is it?" "I can't remember." "Do you have your paperwork?" "I lost it." "I think it's about 250. And so this is a very good addition to being safe and to prospectively following our patients.
So you do get the database for every implant once you get the implants with the chip, but also, as I understand, it gives you the idea if there's a leak, or not only the database, but also you know what happens inside, right?
Biosensors will continue to evolve. At some point, we may be able to tell temperature, pressure, pH, chemistry, a number of other things. Right now, we are not actively measuring tension on the shell, which would tell us about rupture. But these are things that are in store for the future.
What are your impressions from this convention, the Israeli surgeons?
I'm quite honored to be here, and I wanted to thank all my Israeli colleagues for having me be a guest lecturer at their conference. It's really been quite enjoyable, and I'm going to learn a lot.
Thank you so much.